What if I apply to the license of patient insurance? And the cardiothoracic surgery, but.
All right, everyone, we're going to go ahead and get started, and I'm going to call this meeting to order. We'll go ahead and start with roll call.
Okay. Chief Justice Day Adams.
Here.
All right. Senator Hebb. Senator Orozaka. Senator Hamilton. Senator Coburn. Senator Andrews. Senator Adam. Senator Beville. Senator Okafor. Senator Meyer. Senator Kirkby. Senator Otiocha. Senator Campbell.
Here.
Senator Crispley.
Here.
Senator Kelly. Senator Parchman.
Here.
Senator Francis. Senator Burns. Senator Barnes. Senator Young. Senator Obiora. Senator Obiora. There's two. Sorry. Senator George. Senator Lopez. Senator Yezik. Senator DeSharla. Senator Morris.
Present.
Senator Villalobos. Senator Gomez. Senator Stefanski. Senator Ontiveros. Senator Hernandez. Senator Lubale. Senator White.
All right, we're going to move on to the approval of the minutes. Okay, I sent these out along with the agenda this week, so you should have had time to look over them. Okay, I entertain a motion to vote on last week's minutes. Okay, all those in favor of last week's minutes, please raise your hand. Okay, you can put your hands down. All those opposed to last week's minutes, please raise your hand. Any abstentions, please raise your hand. Okay, thank you. Those have passed. Okay, moving on. Is anyone here for open forum? Okay, seeing none. We do not have anyone for speakers podium this week, but I am lining people up for the coming week. So be making sure you're looking at the email and looking to see if it's business casual or business professional, because those might change. Okay, moving on to officer reports. So last week I had my one-on-one with Josh. We had some good conversation about things going on. I also met with Ona Tolliver and a few other admins. So last week overall was good. Just working on lining up those speakers and making sure that our meetings are eventful.
Vice President Romero. This week has been a little bit slow for me. I've been trying to plan out what exact dates I want to have things done for event planning for the semester. Also trying to see how best we can prepare for our events coming up so we can get everything done early and stress-free. I met with events and we basically had a chat about the semester, and then I'm going to be sending out other things in the group meet for events committee. So be on the lookout for that.
Secretary Page, I reached out to the NSNA, that's the National Student Nurses Association on campus yesterday, and I'm looking to get an opportunity for myself and Senator Okafor to go speak with them about nursing leadership opportunities on campus. They reached back out today, so we're gonna get that set up. But other than that, the rest will be in my communications.
Hold on. I'm gonna go ahead and give Treasurer Mercado's update, her officer report. She is not feeling well this week, so it seems like we're all going down on the line. SGA email has been sent out for the week. She's been monitoring all of the SGA forms online and catching up on the spreadsheet. She has also been emailing organizations regarding their follow-up emails if needed.
My turn. Is that? Okay, I can never tell. It's so quiet. Chief of Staff Richardson. For my week, it was also a little bit slow. Just been keeping up with absence requests, which should be coming in for, or should have already come in for the big event, should they have to miss that. Hopefully not. And Rules Committee did meet. I'll go into more detail about what we did and make a mini report for that. And that's about it. Y'all keep up with dress code.
Thank you. Moving on to committee's reports. We'll start with events.
Events committee met 2 weeks ago and we talked about a schedule for the semester and also what we could improve from past events that we had last semester. So we went through a lot of our plans and wrote up some things that we could improve for future semesters and also future events for this semester. And then we did not meet this week. However, I'll be sending out things in the group meet and we're sorry. We're currently going through midnight breakfast themes and then making a list of them so we can vote on them next time we meet.
Secretary Page, for Communications Committee, we didn't meet last week, Valentine's Day, let everyone have the day off. But if y'all have been watching the Instagram, the first of the Senator highlights kind of went up. It's featuring e-board and a little bit of information about how people can reach out to us. The next one that'll go up should be the Chief Justice and Justices, and then we'll start with all the different senators.
Hi, Senator Kelly representing SGAC. We met with 3 organizations during this week. First, we met with Student Society of Human Resource Development for their study night on the 6th of March at 4 p.m. in Cobb 227. They were approved for $294.39 in McAllister's Deli and Walmart items. Second, we met with the Pre-PA Society at UT Tyler and the Pre-Health Student Organization for their event during the Pre-Health Week for 2025. On the 27th of February at 6:30 p.m. in RBN 3035. They were approved for $293.44 in Walmart and CC's. The American Society of Heating, Refrigeration, and Air Conditioning was a no-show, and we're informed that we waited for our 10-minute grace period for no notice. We chose to cancel their hearing and reschedule for this Thursday. For the Electrical Bill Committee outreach event on March 20th at 12:30, RBN 1035 is their event.
Chief of Staff Richardson for Rules Committee, we did meet last Wednesday. The focus of our meeting was basically part of the Constitution that I had reviewed. I'm still having my members go through different parts of the Constitution that they've been assigned to just look for anything they want to change or they've heard about. One specific point of interest was some old rules pertaining to election and campaign code and the role of Rules Committee in that. So we're reviewing that and making sure we make appropriate changes since some of that's not relevant anymore. Some of it needs some updates.
Thank you. Does ESC have anything?
Senator Kirkby, yes, we met last week, and we've been in emailing Bonnie back and forth, and we're kind of coming up with a day for the Recycle Mini event. We're thinking around April 22nd, but it's still not yet to be confirmed, but that's what we're working on.
Thank you. We'll move on to student voice reports. We'll start with Liberty Landing.
Senator Villalobos, I have a few things. I talked to Olivia from she's RC at Liberty. She is requesting more officers' presence on Thursday nights because they have a squad known as the Brick Squad that comes in driving recklessly, causing havoc all over the place. She was also seeing if it was possible to have the welcome gate, like the same one from U Pines. I know there's a lot of factors that come with that because, there's the gate on the other side doesn't work still. And, same old noise complaints. Things have gotten better, less noise complaints than last semester compared to. They sent out an email reminding them about the quiet hours, so things should get more better as the time goes on. That's pretty much it.
Thank you. I do not believe we have anyone for Victory Village. You Pines?
Hey guys, Senator Gomez. So I don't know if y'all remember, but at the end of the last semester, I talked to Jennifer Chandler, and she's the assistant director of residence living at U Pines. And we talked about different topics. We talked about our water system, like the sprinklers, how they would like go off at like random times. And we did fix that this semester. We talked about the back gate entrance as well, because it's always broken. And we fixed it for a long time this semester, but it broke again a few days ago. But they are working on it. We also talked about parking because it's an outgoing problem at U Pines. And they said that there's nothing they can do as of right now since they can't just add parking. But they do know that problem. They have heard that problem and they do want to work on it. And then this semester, we have also heard complaints about how they communicate the health and safety inspections, because people don't like it on emails, people like it on messages. And so they talked to the RAs about it. And now they are texting a date ahead to make sure people know when they're going.
Thank you. There's no one for Patriot Village, so we will go on to the Foundry, which there is no one. So we will go on to Ornelas Hall.
Senator Ontiveros, first we have met with new staff such as new RAs, and then we have also met with our new RC, which is Brandon Griffin. And then we're also trying to meet with him, see if he has any concerns, since he is pretty new. And then we're also trying to see if he has any ideas for the new tabling event we're trying to set up. We do have the same usual problems such as noise complaints and such, but there is a new one where many residents' keys don't work on certain doors. We're trying to get that fixed, but I don't know about that yet. And right now, most residents have done their housing application. Some have not, but we're trying to get that done. And that's it for the most part.
Thank you. Grande Village.
Senator Ubale, I have nothing to report.
Omen Hills.
Senator White, things are still the same as my last report, so I have nothing to report.
Does anyone have anything to add for old business? Okay, seeing none, I entertain a motion to open new business. Okay, so I entertain a motion to open a speaker's podium discussion. Okay, I know this is the second week in the row that we're doing this, but during me and Josh's one-on-one, he had a good idea to bring in people that are departmental that have been doing things that are good for us. So if something's going really good, like academic advising or student engagement, do you guys have any ideas? And I want your input on what departments and or sections of campus are doing good, and if we could bring them in and kind of give them encouragement and let them know that they're doing a good job, and possibly give them little tweaks that they could fix and things like that. Does anyone have anyone they can think of that's doing really well on campus?
Senator White, I've noticed that Title IX has been doing a lot of recent tablings and different events a lot this semester, and they started last semester too. I think they're doing a great job. And I also think campus activities and student engagement are doing really good as well.
Senator Okafor, I'm not sure if Sodexo has ever come here, but I think that would be a great opportunity for them to come here.
Anyone else have anything? Anyone that's doing a good job on campus? Or if you have anything to add to last week's discussion about maybe people that have areas to improve, that would be great as well. Okay, seeing none, I entertain a motion to close the speaker's podium discussion. Okay, I entertain a motion to open a committee discussion. Okay, so speaking to eBoard about things, they've noticed in their attendance that committees are a little bit low in students. So I do just want to remind you guys that you are required to be in at least one committee and show up. So what we're asking of you is to please, if you are not active in a committee, please leave the group me if you're in it. Also, we just wanted your opinion on if like none of the times work for you, how we could best help you out in that, and things we could do to possibly improve committees and how they work. Anyone?
Senator Lopez, yes, that's a struggle I've been having this semester. My semester's more jam-packed, and so it's been rather a struggle for me to attend the committee meetings of the committees I'm a part of due to having such limited free time apart from my classes and work and other organizations I'm also like doing for. And so I was wondering, like, what are our exact bylaws about committee commitment? Because like I would like to volunteer and still know about what's going on in those committees, but I don't know. Do I still count as being a committee member even if I can't attend the meetings or every single meeting of a committee?
Yeah, so that's kind of labeled out in the Constitution, which also look at. But you are required to be on a committee. You are required to show up, kind of just like with an SGA meeting. If you're going to be absent, we ask that you submit an absence report. And would it be helpful for you guys if I resent the schedule of committees to further your ability for this semester compared to last semester? I know all our schedules have changes. So that would be good if I resent out a message on GroupMe with updated times and things like that. Okay. Anything to add?
So I'm not part of any main committee like events, communications, SGAC, rules, and ESC, but I am part of the fight song committee. That still counts, right?
I was about to clarify when you were done. So you do have to be on a committee led by an e-board member. So university committees do not count. This is kind of like, that's kind of extra that you just want involved further. So yes, you do have to be in a committee led by an executive board member. So yeah, please, we will get that updated for you if you are not in one of those. But does anyone have anything else to add? Yes, that does include ESC as well. Okay. Yep, do you have something to add?
Senator Okafor, my question is that if we're not able to attend the meetings, can we still be in the group meet to see like what's going on?
Yeah, so if that's the case, send a message to whoever the e-board member is that heads that committee and let them know that you still want to stay updated. You're gonna stay in the group meet, but you will not be an active participant. And that will help with some of the clarification on that, so we're not just counting you absent all the time.
This one, yeah, it's a full battery.
Senator Young, I've been out of town like these past weekends and doing stuff with the show, so that's why I've not been able to attend. But is there any way maybe like the committee representatives can make just like a quick list of bullet points of what happened at the meeting. So by the time it's the next meeting, you're prepared, and you kind of know what's going on. Would that be doable?
Yeah, and I think if the executive board member who heads the committee feels that that's possible, they could even have someone that's typically in the meetings do it for them, kind of like, someone who just takes minutes. But I think I could talk to e-board about that, and that might be doable.
Rules at least, I already kind of do that, so I can just format those a little better and send them out, so.
Josh. I believe so. I will.
Josh asked if absence request forms are still required for committee meetings, and I believe the answer is yes.
We will look further into the Constitution on that, but yes, I believe so. Anyone else? Okay, thank you for that input. We will take that into consideration and talk about it tomorrow at e-board. I entertain a motion to close the committee discussion. I entertain a motion to discuss the big event. Okay, so we're gonna talk a little bit about what big event is and what your duties are. I am gonna pass this off to a e-board member just because I have not been able to do it because tennis. So if one of the e-board members could talk about what big event is and what you do, that would be great.
Sorry, Vice President Romero. Basically, the big event is, oh, is my laptop? Basically, the big event is one of the largest community service events that Tyler hosts. So we collaborate with UT Tyler, TJC, and other external community service organizations. So this is just an opportunity for all of us to participate in bettering Tyler and making Tyler more beautiful. So my personal experience last year, we went to the square, is that what it's called, downtown? We went to the square downtown and we all got dispersed. I personally went to the children's park and pulled weeds out the garden and learned more about the history of that park specifically and about Tyler. So it was really informative. This is just a moment for us to bring back to our community that we live in. Anybody else?
Yes, and we will be taking attendance. So we will let you know where exactly to meet so that we can get an attendance count and further that.
Vice President Romero again. Just so everyone knows, if you signed up for the big event and you're able to make it, we will be taking attendance, like Ali said. Also, wear your student government t-shirts. Wear your black. They're black, right? Wear your black student government t-shirts. Sorry, they used to be white. And we will be taking a photo at the very end. So we'll all kind of be split up into different groups. So once you get there, you'll sign in at Bergfeld Park. Is that where it is, right? Yes. We're gonna meet at Bergfeld Park at the time set by people who make. And from there, we'll check in and then they'll tell you where you're going to go whenever you check in. And then from there, you kind of figure out ride situations. We disperse and then we meet all back together, get some lunch, and then take a picture. Also, an email sent out today if you haven't read your email today yet. They will be monitoring the weather for this week. So be on the lookout for Friday morning. They'll be sending out an email regarding the big event because of all that's going on this week.
And we will be looking at our emails and sending out messages on the GroupMe. So please make sure your notifications are on for that. That's going to be pivotal to making sure that we are all in the same place and are able to take pictures and things like that. But we will be sending out updates as needed, just in case you missed the email or don't see it or whatnot.
And Chief of Staff Richardson, just one more thing. Even if you miss the deadline for signing up for the event, either because your schedule didn't free up for the event until after that date, or you just never got around to it, you can still come and be counted. You just won't get a shirt, I think is the only thing. So you are still welcome to come. You will still make the attendance count if you actually show up the day of. So please come if you can.
Does anyone have any questions about the big event and what it entails? Yes, if you have not put in an absence request and you will not be there, please do so at least 48 hours in advance. So preferably sooner than later. If nobody has anything else, I entertain a motion to close big event discussion. Okay. Does anyone have anything else to add for new business?
I entertain a motion to open discussion about Patriot Premiere Day. Okay. Just with like a show of hands, like in any capacity, whether as like a high school student or like tabling, who has like been to Patriot Premiere Day before? Okay. So, for those of you that haven't, it's a really cool event where incoming like high school students who are either, already kind of committed to UT Tyler or are considering UT Tyler get a chance to come see the university. It's typically set up on the plaza, all these little tables. There's a big stage, and then they'll split off into their individual colleges, get a little more of a specialized tour, and then kind of just get to see what type of orgs are on campus. One of the things I'm hoping to do is not only have us table at it this year. I'm not entirely sure if we've had a table in the past at Patriot Premiere. But also try to find y'all opportunities to get involved with interacting with these students. I've had the opportunity to speak on the main stage panel and answer questions. That was really cool. While also having the opportunity to speak on a nursing panel with like the dean, our director of advising, and really get that one-on-one time with students. Because like you come here as a high schooler, you don't really know what questions to ask. And sometimes it can be a little difficult for faculty or staff possibly to address their concerns or questions that they might not know that need to be asked either way. I would, if y'all are open to this, and we'll discuss this, if we were able to put some of the senators at each college that day, y'all could help greet students, perhaps be on a panel if your college hosts a Q&A panel, or something of the sort. Ideally, if we're going to do this, it would be like all or nothing. So we're either just doing like the single table, or we're going all the colleges. What are y'all's thoughts on that?
Senator, I think dividing up by college and like by housing and just kind of the student body overall would be a good idea. Because it would just be easier because like for example, I'm a CAS student. I don't need to talk with a bunch of nursing students. So just going to my area, I think I would have liked that because I actually went to it last year as a student, and so I think that'd be a good idea. I would love to help, but I'm helping give tours, so I cannot.
Anyone else like the idea? Thoughts?
I like the idea.
Yeah, this is not something student government would undertake on our own. I believe there's a university committee that runs Patriot Premiere, so we would very closely work with them to fill any holes or possibly create these roles for y'all. But yeah.
Senator Lopez, my question is as for this other representatives who represent the like student body at large, is like the upper years, like sophomore to senior, would we participate as well, or would we be like just helping out behind the scenes? I do like it as I think it's a good idea, but I'm not sure. Like as they are coming in, would we be there just to tell them, oh, this is our experience like in the upper years, or would it be just better to help the ones that were impact them the most their first year, like the freshmen, colleges, and housing?
Yeah, I think what would probably be best is you guys sitting at, a table adjacent to the SGA table or at the SGA table, and then you guys would probably help, anybody coming around that might be a student just looking for organizations or help educate people on SGA and things like that in your experience.
I do like the idea of tabling. I think it would get people to like be very aware that we have SGA and that we're making an attempt to be present on campus. So yeah, I think tabling at Patriot Premiere would be a really great idea because I don't think I've seen a table there, and I've met tabling quite often.
Does anyone have anything else to add?
Senator Lopez, since we'll be tabling or potentially tabling at Patriot Premiere, so how many tables will we be taking up, or how exactly do you plan on, or I have an idea of organizing the setup?
Yeah, so typically colleges themselves will table, so we would plan on working with the colleges directly to have an SGA representative there. So that would kind of be our setup just because SGA obviously can't have 17 different tables. So working closely with the colleges or the constituencies that you guys represent and getting you into those tables as well.
This is something that this is really far in advance. So really just want to get y'all's feel for it, and I'll come to y'all with more details as it gets closer if this, continues. But other than that, I entertain a motion to close discussion.
Does anyone have anything else to add for new business? Okay, seeing none, I entertain a motion to close new business. Josh, advisor comments.
Oh, you're good. He's good.
Josh said you're doing great. Okay, announcements. Big event is this Saturday, as we literally just talked about. Also, elections, they will be the week before spring break. So start thinking about if you want to run for an exec position, e-board position. That would be great. We look forward to seeing who is the new future candidates. Please, if you have friends or anyone that you think might be good in a position, please encourage them to run. We would love to see Josh. Separate. So we will probably have more dates then. Probably senator elections after e-board. So probably the week before will be e-board, and then the week after spring break would be senator. So I'll send out an email. So keep a lookout in your emails. We will send one out to the student body as a whole. So yeah, sorry for the lack of information on that, but yes, be watching your emails for an election update. I believe that is all that I have. Does anyone have anything else for announcements? One more thing, we are looking at possibly changing midnight breakfast to Tuesday night instead of Wednesday night of homecoming, just because a few people requested. So it will probably be Tuesday night again. So just wanted to give you guys a heads up. We will send information out about that, and you'll be hearing about that a lot more.
Senator Lopez, for any seniors who are part of SGA in any other position or representing a college, graduation fair is next week on Tuesday the 25th and on Wednesday the 26th. On Tuesday, I believe it will be 1 to 4, and then on Wednesday it will be 9 to 2 or 9 to 1.
All right. If that is all, next week we will have a meeting, of course. So I entertain a motion to adjourn. Thank you, guys.